Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Total War Rome 2. Here today on the channel, we're back with our Republic of Rome series. This is episode 11. In today's episode, we're going to be continuing upon our Greek conquest. We're going to try and finish off PYRRHUS once and for all. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on, let me know in the comments feedback and suggestions for the series, and we'd like me to expand and conquer. Feel free to leave a dislike if you want. That is why the button is there for. It helps me sort of gauge the series as well. So in the last episode, unfortunately, we lost two consuls. One of old age, Quintus Aemilianus Pappus, who's 87. I don't think I've ever had someone in Rome 2 last till 87. And basically has helped us carve out what is now and what was the Western Roman Empire. Fullo, unfortunately as well, got taken out by Gauls. So there was a huge, let's say 4,000 gravitas power vacuum. Fortunately enough for me, the patrician class, which we were able to subdue the equites, the nobility, and the populares and whatnot. But so we're continuing our war against PYRRHUS. If you guys can remember, in the early first couple of episodes, we threw them out of Greece. They have taken Panoramos in Sicily. Funnily enough, Panoramos has been occupied by, Sicilians, Greek, men of PYRRHUS, and Carthaginians recently. Poor men of Panoramos. What is that, Italians? Carthaginians, take shelter, quick! Just this poor little island town on northern Sicily just getting absolutely abused. It's so funny. So this is what we currently stand in the world. The Nervii look quite strong. It's sort of like weird how the Gauls... Nervii are Belgae, aren't they? And then we've got like the Germans being squashed that way. But we're going to be finally putting PYRRHUS's legacy down once and for all. So let's do a quick save and a hard save. They're holding out here in Larissa. So we have so nearly about 10,000 against them, about 7k there. So we'll do a quick save and a hard save. We'll fight this one on the field, as we've got two new consuls, both of the biological sons of course, Polo. We have Gannicus Vespasian, who was actually taking the head, even though he's the second-born son, due to the gravitas and slightly winning more battles in his life, he's taken the head of the family, the second-born son. So he's focusing on the conquest of Greece and the invasion plans, while Mark Aemilianus Antonius, Mark Anthony, I like to call him, is focusing on avenging his step uncle, technically, isn't it? Fullo to the north. So we've got the Battle of Larissa to 8 BC. So this is probably the second time we've faced PYRRHUS, because we fought against them so early on, and they put a lot of financial investment into trying to hold Tarus, the ancient Spartan colony, but they were thrown back. I could have held on to Apollonia, but, overextending in Total War can be quite costly, and especially in DEI. So we'll load in now and finish them off. So so we killed PYRRHUS, didn't we? From what I can remember. So I'm curious. I wish you could see, like in CK2 and mostly Paradox stuff, enemy lineages, because you never know, this could very well be the grandson, or maybe even like youngest son of PYRRHUS. You never know. Okay, but they've done quite well to last this long, so we'll form up here against them. Okay, my reinforcements are coming from the left. We're going with the triple axis formation. There seems to be a lot of hills in us, but we're fighting in autumn. We've got 3 armies coming in. We'll rendezvous up and unite, and we'll throw back PYRRHUS. So they're moving up some heavier Hellenic units there. They look more like a Bactrian unit, those two. But it's crazy to see that even though we smashed them earlier in the campaign, that they've actually survived like 200 turns. What are we now? Episode 11, yeah. But we only sort of made the preparations and the decisions to push over and move into Greece. Probably, I don't know, 20 turns ago. That was when the plans were sort of sent and made to get the logistics up and over. But they've only just now conquered and united most of Hellas. They took out the Spartans, which is a hell of a task. Especially now with... Yeah, it would have been a really high tier building. They took out Larissa. They even pushed into Illyria. I don't really know who sort of took out the Macedonians. I think just Aetolian rebels and Aetolian ethnic kings just took over Alexander the Great's descendants. So we've got a lot of reinforcements here, but we can't get them all in on the battlefield. We've even got our back towards the city of Larissa. So we'll form up where we can with all our infantry. We'll allow the majority of my army to form up into a disciplined formation. So we did lose a couple of percentages in the Senate, but that's alright. So we're coming up against PYRRHUS, a lot of pikemen. Fortunately enough for me, we do have a decent amount of skirmishes and artillery, so we should be able to deal with them. They are moving some of the units further up. So we've got auxiliary velites at the front, and they're going to try and soften up that cavalry with peltasts and my skirmishers. So even though we're attacking them, they're going to try and close the distance. They're trying to wrap around with my cavalry here. Let's try and blob them down. Decent pikes. And essentially very heavy cavalry they have. Right, so let's try and essentially make a second row here. Just behind. And I might actually keep them out of disciplined formation. Keep the first line in the front, but the second not so much, because we do have skirmishes, but not as much as I'd like. We've only got 5 skirmishes, really. It's just because what's trickled in. Because even though we've got 10,000, and most of my armies have between 4 to 6 skirmishes per army, it just was randomly chosen that they were to be brought in. So we are going to have to allow some of my melee infantry to essentially enact as skirmishes. And when they're in that disciplined formation, when you click it in, even though they're basically unbreakable, which I prefer, and I like to hold position, they don't throw their peeler on fire at will. So you have to micro it quite heavy, which, look, I understand. Rome is already insanely buffed. Maybe for the player, Elite needs to be slightly nerfed. But I can understand AI-wise, you want them to be this. You want them to create and forge empires. Pikes are coming up here. We just need to try and skirmish them out as best we can before they interlock with our front line. Because although we've got disciplined veteran to normal legionaries, fighting in hand-to-hand combat, yeah, that's what they excel in. And pikes negate that somewhat. So try to get some shots off with my artillery here as they're encroaching and blobbing up. So the second line of my legionaries seem to be already trying to soften up some of the approaching men of Epirus, which is good. And they've actually closed me down a little bit on my left-hand side. Hit the skirmishers. Hit any... I think so, there's like a medium intertwined skirmishers. So we'll try and push and soften them up where we can, hit them on the angles. Okay, so we'll try and knock out Epirus here today. And I guess we'll push after Athens. Okay. So as you can see, they're actually engaging us in some places. They're actually pushing us back a fair bit. Fierce fighting in the center and left here, and we're trying to just surround and clean up. Yeah, these look like very heavy peltasts. They're like a bit deceiving because they're probably as good as some of the best medium infantry, but they've got essentially javelins equipped. Yeah, they must have been levied from somewhere because they look very Bactrian inspired colours, don't they? So, it's taken us 200 turns. But we're finally pushing over to Greece. We've only really just gotten to the stage in the campaign where we can comfortably and safely open up multiple fronts. But if you guys still are enjoying this series and want to show more content, support it and I'll do more. I gauge on likes, comments, and general feedback and constructive criticism. Okay, push up here. Also guys, as always, I still have my Patreon and YouTube memberships all linked in the description below. Completely not necessary, but if you want to support the channel, massively helps out. Also, if you do use the Epic Store, use creator code SimpzyTotalWar at checkout. Finally got that all sorted out for Troy coming up. But yeah, it's kind of interesting and funny that they do that. That they give out like unique creator codes. Epic, that is. Right. So, it looks like most of the skirmishers are just sort of hanging back here in the forest. Most of their infantry is, and pikes are fighting toe to toe with us. We're going to have to swing around with backup infantry. Yeah, the pikes are giving us a good fight here. That's not a bad counter. The problem with pikes and heavy spears and stuff, though, they're fallible from behind. And we should be able to finish them off here. We've still got the Gauls to finish off in the north as well. So we should be able to historically take so far our short victory conditions and what the Western Roman Empire held. Oh, we've got some reinforcements coming in because we've lost a couple there. So the infantry is still holding in the right and left. Their central has buckled, and now they're fleeing back with the majority of their skirmishers to the hills. Let's wrap around and give chase where we can. We might actually have to declare war against Athens. Because this is even though this is a field battle, this is the city battle for Larissa. Because we've taken 2 of their territories already. They were looking to push more into Illyria. But yeah, because like it goes, yeah, I don't know what, I guess they might have actually taken Athens at one point, I didn't notice. And they've somehow rebelled back, I don't know. Pull this cavalry further out and back. But yeah, to get to Sparta, we might have to go through Athens in the next, which should be quite fun. That Athenian campaign I did was an absolute blast. I did early on. Yeah, I had so much fun doing that. And a lot of you guys seem to enjoy it as well. That's what really got me back into DEI. I did the Caesar and Gaul campaign. Then I did... I can't remember which one came out first. It was either the... Athens or Aurelian series, but yeah. I've had an absolute blast coming back to DEI this year, because in the Seleucid, we'll run them down. Now, the Seleucid campaign came out, the Gaulish campaign, and I've had a blast with the Roman campaign so far. Imagine surviving from the human player for like 200 turns, and now getting defeated. Oh, they're back! I thought they forgot about us. Well, we smashed PYRRHUS here today. Alright, let's quit that one, and we'll end that battle there. A decisive victory for the Romans. Gannicus Vespasian with 9.6k, lost 2.1. PYRRHUS deployed 6.5. The companion cavalry and pikes did most of the work, heavy lifting and carrying for their army build. So we lost one legionary unit there. The 10,000. I don't think they brought overly too much there though. Okay. So our bronze chevron's going to upgrade there. But Gannicus Vespasian has had his first major victory in Greece. Vespasian, the conqueror of Hellas, I guess. And then like Mark Antony is going to be the conqueror of Gaul. Okay. Yeah, mostly pikes, companion cavalry. And then the garrison there, of course. Alright, let's just straight up occupy. And replenish and repair where we can. Okay, now that we've taken Larissa, the heart of Greece, we're going to be able to use this as a bit of a staging ground. So, what? Athens is at war at me. I didn't declare a war upon them. What? I guess it makes no difference. Yeah, I guess during the end turn phase it didn't come up. That's weird. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it comes up with... Yeah, I couldn't find it though. What's it called? Like enemies unite against you? Oh, so we're at war with Athens anyway. Oh, that's all right. I was talking about like getting ready to attack them anyway, but because we would have to technically trespass and bypass their lands. So... Aetolian rebels are pushed there. So it looks like the Athenians are sitting on the coast there. There was a land bridge in previous Total Wars at that point. So we'll push an army up. Oh, well, there's no need to bring in more reinforcements. Let's just auto-resolve this one here. What? So they declare war upon me. And now we can push in and take the city of Athens. Which is huge now, by the way. We can't even use some of the buildings there. And now the servants of Charon sit there. Well, I'll move to the Spartan border here. So we've got another army inside. So maybe I need to just get that replenishment back. Even though we're occupying, we still don't get the replenishment for quite a couple turns. And you guys, of course, I've been banging on about it. You know how harsh the auto-resolve is in DEI. Okay, so we've sent an army there. What's going on here in the Gaulish holiday island? Far out. Navies just get shredded in auto-resolves. We needed to help out though. Okay. Yeah, because we're still dealing with the Gauls to the north, although we've got a full-fledged frontal war in Greece. Okay, what's going on here? So we're currently sieging out Bract. They've taken back Nemo again. So we can finally take Bract, which I think they took off someone else. We can occupy that. We've got another army pushing further north. And we'll have to retake that gold mine again. Yeah, so we've got 4 armies in the north. And the rest of the Roman legion south. Yeah, so we have to swing around and deal with that. Do they want peace for now? Moderate. I'm going to accept that. Just so I can replenish and repair. And we can even free up some of those armies that are down in the south. Okay, well, let's push towards Sparta, I guess. Okay, it's 277 summer now. The Athenian host has actually pushed further north to Larissa. They bypassed one of my armies there, which is fine. We still have to deal with Sparta to the south, but I might actually play this one against Athens because we haven't fought them in the series. Then I guess we have to push for Knossos as well. So, unfortunately, guys, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for episode 12 of the Roman campaign coming out very soon, if not tomorrow. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you would like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.